Fructose is a simple sugar, known in scientific terms as a monosaccharide, and it holds a unique place in the realm of human nutrition. Naturally present in fruits, honey, and certain other superfoods, fructose is often celebrated for its sweet taste and its vital contribution to the energy needs of the body. But to truly understand why fructose is important and how it interacts with the body to help sustain life, we need to explore its journey from the foods we eat to the very cells that make up our organs. When you bite into an apple, drizzle honey on your toast, or enjoy a ripe pear, you're consuming fructose in its natural form. Unlike processed sugars, fructose isn't just a quick source of calories, it's a crucial fuel, particularly for the liver, one of the body's most metabolically active organs. The liver acts as a command center for energy management, and fructose plays an essential role in its operation. Once ingested, fructose is absorbed through the small intestine and transported directly to the liver. Here, it's metabolized in a process that's distinct from how the body handles glucose, another simple sugar. Within the liver, fructose can be converted into glucose or stored as glycogen, the storage form of carbohydrate that the body can call upon during times of need, like overnight fasting or intense physical activity. But this conversion isn't just a backup system. It's central to maintaining stable blood sugar levels and ensuring that other organs, especially the brain, have a steady supply of fuel. While glucose is often highlighted as the primary energy source, fructose's role is just as important, though it's more behind the scenes. It's important to clarify the amounts needed for optimal health. The dietary guidelines for Americans suggest that added sugars, including the unhealthy and misleading high fructose corn syrup, for instance, should be limited to less than 10% of daily caloric intake. For a typical 2,000-calorie diet, this is about 50 grams of added sugars per day. However, this recommendation is for added sugars, not the naturally occurring fructose found in whole foods like fruits and honey. The natural fructose in these whole foods comes bundled with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all of which synergistically support health and well-being. Therefore, fructose must be consumed in high yet moderate amounts, mostly around 110 grams per day. The body's need for sugar as a source of energy is undeniable. Every cell in your body relies on sugar molecules, especially glucose and by extension fructose, to function. The brain, in particular, is a voracious consumer of sugar, using up to 20% of the body's total energy at rest, most of it in the form of either fructose or glucose. However, fructose contributes by supporting the liver's production of other good sugar compounds, ensuring a continuous supply to the brain and other organs. When it comes to the immune system, fructose, when consumed naturally, provides quick and necessary energy to immune cells, helping them respond rapidly to threats. The heart, too, benefits from the steady energy supply provided by sugar metabolism, including fructose. Importantly, the fiber present in fruit slows down the absorption of sugars, preventing sudden spikes in blood sugar and supporting cardiovascular health. One of the most critical aspects of fructose metabolism is its relationship with the liver. The liver not only processes fructose, but also uses it to generate important metabolites needed for detoxification, hormone synthesis, and blood sugar regulation. Without sufficient sugar intake, the liver's ability to perform these tasks can be compromised, potentially leading to metabolic imbalances over time. However, not all sources of fructose are created equal. There is a significant difference between the fructose found in whole foods and the high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, commonly added to processed foods and sugary beverages. While HFCS is chemically similar to table sugar, it has been implicated in various health concerns, including an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart-related diseases. This is primarily because HFCS is consumed in much larger quantities, often in the absence of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leading to rapid absorption and metabolic stress. Recent developments in the food industry highlight a growing awareness of these issues. In July 2025, Coca-Cola announced a plan to shift from high fructose corn syrup to cane sugar in its US products. This change, aimed at addressing health concerns associated with the HFCS, underscores the importance of the source and context in which sugar is consumed. While cane sugar is not fundamentally healthier than HFCS, the move reflects a broader trend of consumers seeking more natural ingredients and being more mindful of their sugar intake. Proteins and unsaturated fats are also important macronutrients required for cell structure, hormone production, and long-term energy. However, they serve different roles and are not as immediately accessible or as influential for energy and other good sources as sugars. The healthiest diets are those that balance all macronutrients, giving priority to natural sugars from whole foods while limiting added sugars from processed sources. In summary, fructose is much more than just a sweetener. It is a life-sustaining nutrient, essential for the liver, critical for maintaining blood sugar stability, and a key player in supporting the brain, heart, and immune system. The most beneficial way to consume fructose is through whole fruits and honey, where it comes packaged with fiber and micronutrients. This natural form of fructose is vastly different from the added sugars and HFCS found in many processed foods. By making fruits, natural smoothies, and honey a regular part of your diet, you ensure your body receives the fructose it needs to stay energized, healthy, and resilient. At the same time, being mindful of added sugars and processed foods helps protect against the health risks associated with excessive unhealthy sugar consumption. Fructose, in its natural context, remains a cornerstone of a healthy, balanced diet, one that supports not only your body's immediate energy demands, but also its long-term health and well-being.